let me introduce you to Mikhailo Viktorovich Polyakov, a YouTuber who decided to take Nuisance streaming to a disgusting new low and has been arrested and is now facing 8 years in prison for this. Now, you might ask yourself, what can be lower than Vitaly harassing the Filipinos? Or Johnny Somali harassing the South Koreans and Japanese? Well, he decided to harass the Sentinelese people of the remote North Sentinel island, and these people have no contact with the outside world. You can see how isolated they are on this map. It is illegal to visit them for very good reasons. First of all, they have no antibodies for our common sickness like the flu. They have never been in contact with modern civilization. On top of that, they are extremely aggressive, and the last person that visited them quite a few years ago got murdered on the spot. But let's get into the article. An American tourist made an illicit visit to a dangerous, isolated tribe in the Andaman and Nicobar Island, leaving a can of soda and a coconut as tribute, only to be totally ignored by the people who have had no contact with the outside world in 30 years, authorities in the Indian Territory said. That's probably a good thing for 24-year-old Mikhailo, the last outsider who visited the islands. An American missionary, John Allen Chow, was killed by the tribe in 2018, and his body remains buried on the island to this day. Polyakov, a Ukrainian-American national, was arrested on Sunday after he allegedly took a single-seat boat to the restricted North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean, the same spot where the isolated Sentinelese tribe shot Chow with an arrow after he tried to convert them to Christianity. H.S. Dalwal, the Director General of Police on the island, said Polyakov was spotted taking off from a beach in South Andaman on March 29th, just after midnight, carrying just a coconut and a can of soda, which he claimed were offerings to the Sentinelese. We are going to get more details about him and his intention to visit the reserved tribal area, he told the local outlet. We are also trying to find out where else he has visited during his stay in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Polyakov, who arrived in the main city of Port Blair on March 26th, reached the north shore of the island, where all outsiders are banned by Indian law, by 10 a.m., but he appeared to be ignored by the Sentinelese people, police noted after confiscating his GoPro camera. I think this is hilarious, to be honest, because he did this desperate stunt for attention, and they didn't even give him the time of day. They didn't even bother to shoot him with an arrow and bury him on the island. That's how insignificant this guy is. Absolutely ridiculous, but let's keep reading. He used binoculars to try and spot the Sentinelese tribal members from his boat to no avail, and allegedly used a whistle to try to attract attention. After failing to come in contact with the tribe, Polyakov landed on the island for about 5 minutes, leaving his offerings on the shore, collecting sand samples, and recording a video, police said. Polyakov arrived back at the resort area by 7 p.m., where he was spotted by a local fisherman. The entire trip was meticulously planned, with Polyakov allegedly conducting research on the sea conditions, tides, and accessibility from the southern beach to reach the island, police said. Officials maintained that this was not Polyakov's first journey to reach the isolated tribes who live across the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Back in January, the 24-year-old illegally filmed the remote Jarawa tribe while visiting the Baratang Islands, police said. So because of their untouched status, they have no immunity to modern diseases, and campaigners fear an outbreak of flu or measles could wipe out one of Earth's last uncontacted tribes. Polyakov has been charged with entering a prohibited zone and faces up to 8 years in prison if found guilty, according to police. His actions were described as deeply disturbing by Carolina Pierce, director of the charity Survival International. It beggars belief that someone could be that reckless and idiotic, she said in a statement on her website. This person's actions not only endangered his own life, they put the lives of the entire Sentinelese tribe at risk. And that's the thing, this guy is just so brain dead, so thirsty for clout, and now he's possibly going to spend 8 years in an Indian prison. Good for him, I say. Now, I do have a couple other topics to share with you guys. We have desperate kick streamers running in a minefield and trespassing on a North Korean boat. But first, I want to ask you guys a favor. My channel is under attack by sensitive bitches who hate my freedom of speech. I received a copyright strike from Johnny Somali, and yesterday I got one from Gagan TV. Just this morning, Johnny Somali filed 3 additional copyright strikes. So I ask you a favor, please subscribe to the channel because I don't have memberships turned on. I don't accept money for this channel, but I need your help with making it blow up because that's what would royally piss them off. Now let's move on to the next topic. We have these nuisance streamers who are trespassing not only on a military base in South Korea, but also on a North Korean ship. Take a look at this.
Unauthorized entry into a military operation area is subject to imprisonment for 1 year or 10 million won or more. Wait, hold on, Alejandro. It said, "Be careful of lost landmines."
It's the same sign, the landmine sign. Let's just check it out.
I mean, there's like a painting of.
Look, photo spot.
Yeah, okay. There's like paintings of seals and stuff. It can't really be that dangerous.
You really can't make this shit up. He clearly recognized that this was a military zone and he's facing up to a year in jail if he trespasses there, and he still goes. It's unbelievable how stupid these people are.
Can't put a landmine in cement, right? I mean, I wouldn't walk into rocks though. Lost landmines and stuff, dude. I don't think you can see a mine, dude. It's underground.
Maybe sometimes these mines come here.
That might be a mine. What is that?
It's not a mine, dude.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Watch out, lost landmines.
Oh my God, Duran, you're crazy.
Yeah, Duran, you don't know what you're stepping on, dude. The sign says lost landmines, dude. Man, all right, come on, man. What you doing?
Duran, you're crazy, man. Oh.
Bro, you must have been stationed here or something. You know that well, you're too comfortable with this. Bro, what are you doing, bro? Nah, bro, you tripping. Nah, dude, are you It's a landmine.
If a landmine goes off on Nyandro, it's going to have same impact as a nuke. Tell his fat ass to be careful.
Bro, what you doing, man? It's a landmine.
The level of desperation that they have for content is really sad, to be honest. These are supposed to be grown men acting like children for clout. Now, the next clip, we have someone who trespasses on a North Korean boat. Take a look at this.
Well, there is someone on there.
Laser our messenger.
What is that? What's he doing?
You can easily burger Mando. He's not going to go down these stairs without slipping and dying.
Oh shit, here he comes.
Good morning. Try hard. He who, he who.
Oh, let's go, dude. Dude, this guy's...
So after these pathetic cry for attention, they got detained by the South Korean military as well as local cops. Unfortunately, it's in Korean, so I'm not too sure what they're saying.
그러면은 이게 이제 문제가 될 수가 있는 건가요? 만약에
아니요, 그거에 대한
네,
것들을
네.
먼저 확인을 해봐야 돼가지고 일단
네.
뭐 얼마나 어떤 거를 갖고 계신지 확인을 해보고 그 이후에는 이제
네.
저희가 판단할 건 아니고
네.
아직 전문 담당하시는 담당관
오래 걸리나요 혹시?
그거 제가 모르겠습니다. 그건 제가 저희 정보 계열에 있는 부서장한테 연락 드려보고
네.
여권 가져가세요. 아니 지금 보니까.
Honestly, this is really pathetic that this is what people do for clout these days, but it is a reality of today's world. People are so desperate for attention and they're willing to get it at any cost. Now that's it for the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys on the next one.